In this video, we're taking the Asics Superblast 2 on a 20-mile long run, and I'm going to find out whether this shoe is still the king of the marathon training running shoe world. Hello everybody and welcome to FORDY Runs. My name is Chris Ford and I'm an Olympian. And when I'm not an Olympian, I'm reviewing shoes here on YouTube. And today I wanted to take this shoe, this beautiful shoe, the Superblast 2, on my 20-mile long run. And then I wanted to come back and let you know whether this shoe is still the king of the marathon training world. Okay, so if you didn't know, I'm training for the Berlin and Yorkshire marathons and I'm out there doing these longer miles now. And this gives us a good opportunity to find out whether the Superblast 2 does hold up still as the best marathon training shoe. Now, we did this sort of testing with the previous version, and that's why I want to do it with this shoe. If you look on the channel, we did some videos about 20-mile long runs with the previous version. So I wanted to take the Superblast 2 on the 20-mile long run that I've got coming up this weekend and find out if it still holds up in that marathon training. Now, before we jump over to Hartford, let's talk about the stats and features real quick. Right, so the shoe is not readily available, but if you can get it, it's £200. It's got 45mm stack in the heel, 8mm drop, Flight Foam Turbo Plus now in the shoe. You've got a layer of Flight Foam Blast Plus, Eco running around the shoe, Asics grip outsole, fits true to size. It's 270 grams in my UK 9.5. The shoe's got this new upper on it, and then as I said, you've got the Turbo Plus on here. Here's the light strike, the Flight Foam Blast Plus running around the Eco that runs around the shoe. Asics grip outsole, as you can see, which is holding up pretty well. But yeah, the main change really is the introduction of the foam and the new upper. Okay, right, so I know there is some frustration out there about availability of this shoe, but what I would say, if you can hang on for it, I would really recommend it. Right, so you're now up to speed with the stats and features. Let's head over to Hartford. I've got 21 miles on the plan today. Let's go and smash that, and then I'll let you know how this performed. Okay, we are back from 21 miles. Now, firstly, I'm just going to say this shoe is amazing. It doesn't, I'm just unlacing it. It doesn't matter how many times I run in this shoe. It never ceases to amaze me. Okay, so 21 miles. I'll put it up on the screen exactly the run we did. We was 3 miles at easy pace and then 3 miles at a sort of moving towards target. It was basically we're trying to do progression. So I think the first 3 mile loop or lap that we did was about 8:15, then down to 8, and then down to sort of 7:37, I think it worked out. And then the other 3 mile loops were easy pace. But yes, 21 miles in total. We scraped through 20 miles in just under 3 hours, which was good news. And pace-wise, as I said, we was slowest at about, well, we were slow on the last mile, but in general, we was about 9 to 9:30, 9:15 in terms of easy pace. And then the fastest I was running was about 7:20 per mile, but I would say the fastest lap I did was at about 7:37 per mile. So hopefully that gives you some reference points in terms of what we've done in the shoe today, so I can then give it that evaluation over the long run. And I think it is important with this shoe to review it after you've done something like a 21-mile run in it, because this is the ultimate marathon shoe, I think. I think if you are training for any marathon or even a half marathon, I think this shoe is the king of the long run. Okay, so let's go through what I liked and what I didn't like on that 20-mile long run. Firstly, the likes. I really like the Flight Foam Turbo Plus. It definitely feels more springy, more alive than the previous version. Now, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that previous version. Simon was running today in version 1 and he was at like 7:20. I think he even got down to 6:50 per mile at one point in version 1. So both the shoes are amazing, but I just really like the introduction of the Flight Foam Turbo Plus. It definitely feels springier when you're sort of, just going after it a little bit in some of those efforts. I like the upper. It was 21 degrees today and the shoe didn't feel warm at all. I've had no rubbing, no blisters, no issues at all with sizing on this shoe. It's a UK 9.5 and it is fitted true to size. I've not had a single issue with this shoe since I've had it. And we was actually talking about that. I reckon I've got about 100 miles already on these things because of all the long runs that I'm doing. If it's not 100 yet, it ain't a million miles away. I think the outsole has been improved massively. Look at that, right? As I said, we're close to, let's say, for argument's sake, 100 miles. It doesn't look like it's been touched. It's amazing. I like the fact they filled the holes in. That's great for me, because where I'm running down that gravelly section of the 3 mile loop, I would have been picking up stones for fun. I like the lightness of it. It doesn't feel heavy at all in those later stages of those long run efforts. You really don't notice the shoe in a negative way. I like the laces. I've had no problem in terms of locking this down and the laces being an issue at all. Some shoes you do get that, but I've had no issues with this lacing at all. And overall, the ride was just amazing today. It really was. It was an absolute joy to be in this shoe for those 21 miles. Negatives? Well, to be perfectly honest with you, I can't find any. I really can't find any in relation to the run today with this shoe. Like, zero. It did all the paces I wanted to. It felt stable. When I wanted to kick on, it kicked on. No issues with the upper, like I've said. It was breathable, 21 degrees today, felt fine. But more importantly than anything else, like I said, it was just able to take all the paces, and it had everything in that run today. And again, I wasn't running on just like sweet tarmac today. We're doing gravel sections, bit of grass, roads, you know, we're going up and down hills as well in that loop, and it can take it all. So yes, people, I don't really think I can add much value other to say this is still the king of the long run shoe. This is still the king for marathon training. I would comfortably wear this in a marathon tomorrow. If I had to run a marathon tomorrow, I'd comfortably wear this shoe in it. Now, in reference to the Hyperion Max 2, that for me is a shoe that I really enjoy running the 16 and 18 mile long runs in. But really, this is still, you know, that 20 mile, 21 mile, you know, heavy effort shoe. This is the one to go for. It really is. It's an absolute dream. So there we go, people. Quick assessment of the Superblast 2 over 21 miles. I wanted to do this video. I wanted to do 21 miles in the shoe to prove to you that this is almost perfect. So let me know in your feedback. The only thing obviously that lets this shoe down is in getting hold of the bloody thing. I think that's a joke from Asics. They really need to sort it out so people can get hold of this shoe. But once you can get hold of this shoe, I don't think there's much better out there. The Hyperion Max 2 for me, I really like that as part of my marathon training rotation, but it sort of complements this shoe for me. So yes, there we go, people. Conclusive. Buy the Superblast 2 whenever you can get it. Get it. And I think you'll, well, yeah, enjoy it as much as I do. Okay, team, don't forget to subscribe before you leave me today. But that is it. I'll catch you all later.